everything that COVID has caused in the past year, what has it done to athletes? Hey lads, I'm Crystal and Romulo from Studio 652 News, and I got the chance to talk to 4 amazing student athletes, all committed to different schools, about how recruiting was and how it is now.
Hi, my name is Casey Bolak. I'm a senior in high school, and I'm committed to University of Hawaii, Manoa for softball.
Hi, I'm Katie Katsuyama. I'm a senior and I'm signed to MIT.
Hi, my name is Matthew Carrata. I'm in 12th grade and I'm going to Cal State University of Bakersfield for baseball.
Hi guys, I'm Madison Askins and I recently just committed to Howard University and I will be playing softball there in 2021.
Oh my goodness!
I think this pandemic affected recruiting overall because it made it more difficult for coaches to talk to players and players to talk to coaches.
The only way that they can be seen is videos, or like if one of the parents want a Periscope, that's like the only way. It's also very hard to get in touch with coaches right now because they have to focus on their teams and school and they don't have a lot of time for recruiting.
During the pandemic, video is definitely super important, and just calling your coaches all the time, checking in, because it's really hard for them to keep track of you, especially with everyone through video. So if you just keep hitting them with messages, that's super important to get your name out there.
In my case, I got recruited because I had a really good support system and I was able to send video to different coaches and stuff. I was sending video out, Bakersfield contacted me back. I showed interest back and I was able to connect with them, see how their program was and how I was going to fit.
Luckily, I have a great travel team where we were able to live stream, so they would set up cameras. And with that, you could send the link to coaches individually, and that's what I did. I definitely emailed a lot of coaches.
The biggest key to help unrecruited athletes would be to be proactive, meaning coaches want to know that you want to go to their school. So by contacting them, they know that you're interested and you want to pursue something at that school.
Keep your head up. It's the same situation for everybody. And, you're going to get through it. You're going to find a place to play if you put in the work. So just keep texting your coaches, figuring out the schools you want to go to, and stay on top of your academics for sure.
I know it's hard, but try your best not to be discouraged. Some people still are getting committed through videos or through the pandemic. I know it's hard, but just send as many emails as you can.
You see all your friends or different teammates getting committed, and that just shows it's possible. So take that as encouragement and just keep on pushing, keep on driving. Just know that your end goal is to get committed to a school that fits you. It's not about what's on the front of the jersey. It's about what's going to happen 10 years from now when you get that degree, or 5 years from now after you graduate. Whatever hard work you put off the field will show up on the field.
Well, Gladiators, if you're a student athlete who's looking to play college for your sport, just keep working hard, keep striving for your dreams, and eventually you'll get there. I'm Crystal and Romulo from Studio 652 News, signing off.
Over these last few weeks of quarantine, I've noticed that I've become addicted to social media, and I'm not proud to say that, but I know a lot of people have been going through the same thing, and I have noticed that it has affected my mental health as of recently. As an avid social media user, I feel that the more time I spend on it, the more my mental health kind of deteriorates and goes down. I often get this feeling when someone my age or someone even younger than me is so successful, and I compare myself how am I not doing that? What am I doing wrong? I constantly fall victim to that comparison, and I hope I can change my ways and try and get out of that mindset. But does social media and mental health even correlate next to each other? Multiple studies have linked that social media and anxiety and depression are linked with each other, and social media users are more likely to experience these feelings. Taking data from teenagers, it is shown that 45% of teenagers reported to use social media have some side effects of depression and anxiety. It is said to change behavior in trying to find approval and acceptance between peer groups and others. And it is apparent as you use these apps more and more, because you get to see the comments, you get to see how people react in certain ways and how people view themselves and others. Along with these mental health effects, body images are also one thing that are always being conformed to a standard because of social media. This toxic mindset leads others to have a distorted body view of themselves, which could lead to even bigger issues like eating disorders and even more mental health problems. While I can't completely tear down social media into being this bad, negative thing, I also see it as this beautiful platform where people can share and express their own ideas and show the world that they have some sort of talent or some sort of expression for themselves. But sometimes things go too far and you take it to a point where it shouldn't be taken. While I constantly compare myself to other creators or artists or anybody out there on social media that's successful, I usually think in the back of my head that I'm happy that they're successful and they deserve it. Social media gives people opportunities, groups that they can connect with, and friends that they can have across from all over the world. I can't knock down social media for being this completely bad and negative thing because it really is beautiful and a beautiful platform to have. I'm Cal Pastor from Studio 652 News, signing off.
Even though COVID-19 is still active, some places in California remain open. An example of this is how the attraction, Mein Chef Coaster, located in Big Bear, California, is still open. But how has it remained open? This is most likely due to the coaster being an Alpine coaster. Alpine coasters, mostly used for smaller parks in the mountains, are known to use the elevation of the terrain around it to its advantage. Along with that, they also have pretty small cars compared to other more traditional coaster trains you would see at Six Flags or Cedar Fair. The cars for the Alpine coaster hold one to two people at once, which is great when it comes to COVID. This means social distancing is a lot easier to apply to this coaster. The same cannot be said for many traditional coaster models, mainly due to how closely packed the seats are. Overall, the Mein Chef coaster at Big Bear manages to still stay open despite COVID being here. My name is Matthew, 652 News.
This year, the CW is releasing Season 3 of a hit drama series, All American. Each episode comes out every Monday on TV and is available to watch on the CW network or app the following day. The show is about a rising football star, Spencer James, and how his life changes when Coach Billy Baker recruits him to play at Beverly Hills from South Crenshaw. The show was first aired on October 10th, 2018 and has received tremendous ratings since then. So lads, I'm Crystal Romlo from 652 News. Let's talk about All American. Spencer came from a less fortunate neighborhood, South Crenshaw, where he grew up his whole life playing football. Billy Baker recruits Spencer to go to Beverly Hills for a chance of him being a rising star athlete. On his first appearance going to Beverly Hills, he faces some racial discrimination from those students around him. He also has to work hard for his new spot on the new team and has to adjust to this new environment that he's not used to. Will he do it? Season 1 and 2 are available to stream on Netflix, and the first 6 episodes of Season 3 are available on the CW network. I'm Crystal Romlo from 652 News, signing off.
This is Laura Armenta reporting from Studio 652 News. Today's topic is about the requirements for taking the ACT and SAT during this pandemic. All weekend, test centers must cooperate with local public health standards and meet the requirements of the College Board. All students and staff must wear masks or protect the face during SAT administration. Students should not be permitted without a mask at the test center, which is necessary for the duration of the test. During testing, students must be seated at least 6 feet apart. Students must affirm a sequence of statements before entering the test center. Students who violate the requirements of the test center or College Board should be removed from the test center. If this happens, the gradings will be canceled and they will not be refunded. The CDC advises the additional steps be taken, such as requiring and offering gloves, hand sanitizers, or other personal safety devices. Post signs in highly visible locations, such as school exits and bathrooms, that facilitate security steps. Encourage students and staff to conduct daily hand washing, and they should stay at home if they feel sick. This is Laura Armenta reporting from Studio 652 News.
We Are Who We Are, directed by Luca Guadagnino, tells the coming-of-age tale of teens living on a military base in Italy. Starring Jack Dylan Grazer and Jordan Seaman, the show tells modern struggles of friendship, identity, and the overall mess of being a teenager. While I love the actors and the characters they play, such as Fraser Wilson, the plot gives nothing. For some reason, it feels Luca Guadagnino is trying to tell some deeper message that maybe I'm not getting. It really didn't feel like there was an incentive to continue watching, even though I did. While I think the show gave me nothing, I personally love the concept of the show. I love the concepts that Luca Guadagnino was trying to portray. Personally, the slush of raw emotions and accounts of the teens felt somewhat relatable. In hindsight, watching the show was a waste of time, but the memories I associate with the show are what give me some sort of attachment to it. But I do love the soundtrack of the show. It included many modern day teenager vibes. It included music from Blood Orange to Frank Ocean, and it basically just captured the essence and the vibe of what the kids were going through. Another plus in the show is the wardrobe is insane. We see Fraser Wilson sporting insane pieces like vintage Comme des Garçons or Cactus Plant flea market jackets and bags. It's really nice. But that's the type of thing that only some people would understand and most people wouldn't watch an entire show based off of. Even though I do love the concept of the series, I don't recommend watching the show. Thank you for watching. My name is Cal Pastor from Studio 652 News, signing off.
Hello everyone, this is Jake Sipko from Studio 652, and today we'll be learning how to cook a steak. So first you're going to want to season the steak on all sides, including the short ends, such as the bone and the fat layers. Then you're going to want to sear it on the grill on high heat, just enough that the outside is cooked, and then you're going to want to throw it into the oven at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes. Now after you pull it out to make sure it's cooked, you can do one of two things. You can either use a meat thermometer and make sure it's about 125 degrees internally, or you can use the finger method. The finger method is where you take your thumb and you put it to each individual finger on your hand, and then starting with your pointer and ending with your pinky, it will be medium rare, medium well, well done. Well anyways, this is Jake Simcoe from Studio 652, signing off. See y'all later.